Hi guys, welcome to another video on this channel. One of the single most important job requirements of celebrities is the ability to always remain in the limelight and to always give their fans something to talk about, be it about their lifestyles or their numerous scandals. That's why when stars tend to not do all of this, their fans gradually lose interest and, like it or not, they end up falling off the radar of the world. It doesn't always happen like this though, because some deliberately choose to leave their stardom behind. That's why today we'll be talking about all the stars that we just don't hear enough about anymore. But before we get into all this limelight anyways, do subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already, and be sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Mischa Barton. Mischa Barton has been in the limelight since she was a child. As a kid in the industry, she was in The Sixth Sense and Notting Hill, which are major films for any actress. As she got older, she landed the coveted gig of Marissa Cooper in The OC, which made her a star with fans almost overnight. However, once The OC ended, where did Mischa go? She did a few roles throughout the years, but nothing memorable. As of lately, she's been on The Hills, New Beginnings as herself. But it seemed like an odd role to take on as such a serious actress. Amanda Bynes. We can't talk about stars who had it all and seemingly lost it overnight without mentioning Amanda Bynes. Amanda was America's sweetheart and the real gem in the Nickelodeon world. She was every child's role model in the 90s and 2000s. As Amanda grew older, acting became less of a priority for her as she decided to focus on school. Thanks to Twitter, however, her fans realized that Amanda was becoming unhinged. With a rap sheet of run-ins with the law and unsavory things being said, Amanda's empire fell apart. Luckily, she's getting the help that she needs in 2020. But she's no longer the actress she once was. Frankie Muniz. Similar to Amanda Bynes, the two did star in Big Fat Liar together. Frankie Muniz was her male counterpart. He was talented, funny, and a sweet role model for kids. He was most known for his time on Malcolm in the Middle, Agent Cody Banks, and Disney's Miracle in Lane 2. He did a variety of different roles since then, but nothing stuck. According to his IMDb, however, it appears he has two upcoming projects, Road to Capri and Hot Bath, and Stiff Drink 2. Mara Wilson. Mara Wilson made the big time when she was cast as Matilda in Matilda. She was also Mrs. Doubtfire, Miracle on 34th Street, and Thomas and the Magic Railroad. As a child, she was in some of the best films of the 90s. But by the time the 2000s came, Mara was in fewer and fewer projects. Did she lose her childlike cuteness? As it turns out, Mara quit acting for a short time because of the pressure. She wrote a book titled Where Am I Now? True stories of girlhood and accidental fame in admitted Hollywood, and its idea of perfection became too much for her. Thankfully, it looks like she's making a small comeback after filming Big Hero 6, the series. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Who wasn't obsessed with Jonathan Taylor Thomas in the 90s and early 2000s? He was the voice of young Simba in The Lion King, for crying out loud. JTT was in some iconic holiday films like I'll Be Home for Christmas, and later starred in Home Improvement with Tim Allen. He continued in some pretty notable works like 8 Simple Rules, The Wild Thornberrys, and The Last Man Standing, but hasn't been in a movie or show since 2015. Tara Reid. Tara Reid used to be Hollywood's it girl. With blonde hair and blue eyes, she was gorgeous and fit the funny pretty girl type on film. She made a splash in American Pie, Van Wilder, Party Like Asian, Scrubs, and more. However, at the time of her blow-up in Hollywood, she was seen partying more and more and became less credible in Hollywood. She started making her comeback around 2015, but nothing that made her a star she once was. According to her IMDb, she has some projects in motion for 2020 and beyond. Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. was everybody's dreamboat when he made it big. From She's All That to I Still Know What You Did Last Summer to Down You, Freddie Prinze Jr. was everywhere. In the mid-2000s, Freddie made a small appearance in movies and shows, but nothing as star-worthy as his time in the beginning of his career. As it turns out, he took a break to focus on being a husband and a dad and found his love for cooking along the way. He's been dabbling in other projects as of late, including Punky Brewster, which is in post-production. Alicia Silverstone. Alicia Silverstone is most known for her time in the film Clueless. Her comedic timing and acting were totally on point and made Alicia a star in no time. She then went on to become Batgirl in Batman and Robin, Eve in The Blast from the Past, and Sharon in the TV show Braceface. After filming Batman and Robin, Alicia said Hollywood's obsession with looks and weight took a toll on her, and her love for acting fell apart. After having her son, Alicia continues to act sporadically. Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett made it big in 2001's Pearl Harbor. He was incredibly talented and handsome to match. After Pearl Harbor made him a star, he went on to star in The O, Black Hawk Down, and 40 Days and 40 Nights. Sadly, after 2007, Hollywood lost touch with Josh Hartnett. He still appeared in smaller roles, but has said that he thought Hollywood was an unhealthy environment. As an artist, he never had the time to take with his own roles, and fame became overbearing. He has dived back into the acting world with movies and shows lined up for 2020 and 2021. Lalaine. Simply known as Lalaine, fans came to love her for her time on Lizzie McGuire as Miranda. She wasn't just Lizzie's best friend, she was every viewer's best friend. In 2003, she was in a few episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she even made a cameo in Emma Stone's Easy A. But after 2015, she disappeared for a bit. In 2007, the actress had a run-in with the law, but she agreed to be a part of the Lizzie McGuire reboot in 2020. Jennifer Grey. Dirty Dancing has become a truly iconic film, and so has Jennifer Grey's main character. It seemed like an ideal start to a career, but the actress didn't become popular. You may have seen her on the screen in 1987, for instance. In the Friends and House MD series, due to a nose job, you may not remember her. I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out a nobody, Grade shared. Edward Furlong. In his youth, in the Terminator sequel, Edward Furlong successfully played John Connor. For the part, he received an MTV Movie Award and a Saturn Award. After that, he starred in another notable movie with Edward Norton and Detroit Rock City, such as American History X. But the actor's career went into a decline in the 2000s, and he got into drugs and alcohol. With the role of the adult John Connor in Terminator 3: Rise of the Robots, everything may have changed, but Furlong was not included in the project. Robert Patrick. Robert Patrick, who gorgeously played the bad Terminator T-1000, is another star of James Cameron's blockbuster. Robert Patrick continues to act in films and has acted in over 100 as of today, including Bridge to Terabithia and Walk the Line. But when we see him on the television, the liquid Terminator, we normally exclaim. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. 20 years ago, in the children's movie It Takes Two, the entire world adored them. New York Minute was their last joint film in 2004, which was expected to pave the way for the grown-up film world, but this did not happen, and their acting career almost ended. But it was made by Ashley and Mary-Kate as designers. By the way, the Olsen sisters are the most famous twins on the planet at the moment. Fun fact, they have a younger sister too, Elizabeth, who is now conjuring Hollywood. Jason Mewes. In the well-known films about Jay and Silent Bob's Adventures, this guy played Jay. Turns out because of his friend, director Kevin Smith, Mewes got into the cinema world, the one that played Bob. In his films, including Dogma and Clerks, he tries to save Mewes from drug abuse and invited him to act. Jason also worked in movies for other directors, but Jay remains silly to all. It won't be much of a big deal if most of the names mentioned in this video are not known. For some, the spotlight wasn't just for them, while some hope to make great comebacks in this decade. Did any of these stars surprise you? Sometimes we see or hear about an actor or an actress in one film just expecting them to be in another film, but that doesn't really always turn out to be the case. Especially now with how popular streaming services have gotten and just with the wide variety of every single genre out there, there's really a hard time for yourself to make a name. But if you can go above all else, become in the limelight, stay in the limelight, then you're most likely gonna have an easy time getting your fame and getting your fans in there. So if you have anybody else who you think was someone that might have been left out, be sure to leave it in the comment section below. Anyone from Disney Channel or maybe even Nickelodeon might have made the cut. Sometimes those actors can be a little bit troublesome. But it's just a little crazy to think that sometimes your favorite films or sometimes your favorite TV shows, you think back and wonder, yeah, I kind of want to know what happened to that person. Did they go on and live a regular life? Did they just decide to quit acting altogether? And a lot of celebrities have very good points and reasons as to why they quit acting. Sometimes it's due to personal reasons, other times it's due to marriages, or maybe they just want to focus on school. There's no harm in it and there's no wrong in it, but a lot of times fans are always wondering what happened. As always, we really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave us a comment in the comment section below on what your favorite actor or actress was that maybe didn't make the list or was on the list. If you have any new video recommendations that you'd like us to know, you can also drop that in the comment section below. Just be sure to make sure that you subscribe to our channel. You could share this video with your friends and your family. It always helps us out, and we want to make sure that we give you guys the best content to watch. So make sure to turn on post notifications so that you never miss another update from us again. You can also go back through our channel and click on your favorite videos to rewatch again. As always, we'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.